Hey everyone, Maestro here. I am the football enthusiast, and I hope you guys are doing well because I'm not. This is my post-match reaction to Premier League match West Ham versus Arsenal at West Ham, finishing 2-2. West Ham. The significance of this match for West Ham: they're fighting against relegation, and Arsenal, of course, as we know, are fighting for the title against Manchester City. And in case there's any new viewers out here, I should start by, before I go into the game and my thoughts on it, I am an Arsenal fan. And let that be known for everyone that's watching this video to know that I am an Arsenal fan. So you guys can kind of guess as to why I'm very distraught right now. Why I'm not currently doing so well. So yeah, this is my post-match reaction. Let's talk about the game itself. Let's go from the start. Arsenal looking absolutely beautiful. 2 goals in 10 minutes, and it was perfect football. And essentially for the first 20 minutes, perfect football. Then we'll speak about why, later. But we dropped Benrahma with a penalty. Was it a penalty? In this day and age, I guess it is. I do think Paqueta does con the ref there, but he calls for it. But it's a penalty in this day and age. Jared Bowen with the equalizer. Bad defending from us. Bad defending, just terrible. A penalty for Arsenal before the equalizer. Penalty for Arsenal. Saka misses the penalty, then they equalize, and the rest of the game it was just a mellow, nothing much. A bit of a threat from both sides, but cruise control really, and just nothing urgent. No urgency shown from Arsenal. No urgency shown from West Ham, and 2-2. And in draws like this, when you're leading, you have to ask yourself: is it 2 points dropped or a point gain? And it's a point gain for West Ham. It's most definitely 2 points dropped for Arsenal in a crucial game for the title race. Now I'm gonna talk about the problems with this game, and I want to start by talking about Rob Holding. I'm not trying to just point him out. I will talk about the team in general and other players, but I just want to start with Rob Holding. So Rob Holding, starting last week against Liverpool, he has come in and fouled in for William Saliba, who has been absolutely amazing this season for us, and he is currently injured. He played against Liverpool. He now played against West Ham. I believe he's had 3 starts in a row. I may be wrong. And I just want to start by saying this. I personally believe, in my personal opinion, if William Saliba was fit, and if he played against Liverpool, and if he played against West Ham, I believe we would have beaten Liverpool, and we would have definitely have beaten West Ham. I don't want to go in hard, but I just, in general, just make it as simple as possible for you guys to understand my opinion on Rob Holding. I simply do not think he is a good footballer. There are tiers to this, right? There are players that are good, and you go up. There are players after good, there's great. After great, there's amazing. After amazing, there's world class. After world class, there's best in the world, top 5. After that, there's all time. But below good, you have average. Then you have bad. Then you have really, really bad. Then you have terrible. Then you have, just dreadful, I guess. Trying to find some adjective. And within those tiers, from average to terrible, there's this sub tier called you should not be playing at this level, where you have a bad player who is seen as bad because he's playing at a level that is above him. With Rob Holding, I believe Rob Holding falls in line to the tier, he floats in between the tiers of average to bad. I believe he is average to bad, and with that sub tier of he should not be playing at this level. This level being what Arsenal want to achieve is winning the title. Rob Holding should not be anywhere near a team that wants to win the title. Rob Holding, like I said before, his tier for me is average to bad. He is simply not good enough. Okay, the fact that we lose Saliba is an issue in itself. That's a big issue. But we are replacing him with Rob Holding. is as big as a downgrade as I can think of in any title contending teams in history. Just in my life, off the top of my head, this is the biggest downgrade to an injured centre back I've ever seen. Okay, so Saliba is great, but missing Saliba is an issue in itself. But missing him and then replacing him with Holding, it's like when Casemiro gets injured, and then they need to replace Casemiro with McTominay. So missing Casemiro is a huge miss. Yes, that in itself is terrible, but to replace him with McTominay makes it even worse. For example, when we missed Jesus, we replaced him with Nketiah and then Trossard, and they both did their jobs. We won still in those runs. We won a lot of games. They both scored and assisted quite a few goals. Our replacements for those areas were good enough. With Saliba's replacement, it's not anywhere near good enough. Holding is simply not good enough. And it's a problem because I remember last season it was a huge problem as well. We should have gotten top 4. Holding came in for an injured. We had an injury in the back line, Ben White. Holding came in. I believe it was who was it that was injured? Our right, Cedric was injured, and Holding had, I think, Ben White to play the right. It was an issue, and then Holding had to come in, and he was dreadful. And he played a huge part in us losing to Tottenham, losing to Crystal Palace, and all those other teams, and us not getting top 4. He was a huge issue, and the same has happened here. He has come in clutch time where Saliba is injured and we need a replacement, and he has come in and he has been dreadful. But enough on Holding. Let's move on. I just want to get that out there because he annoys me so much. We should have fixed this issue last season in the transfer window. He should not be an Arsenal football player. We want to win the league. We want to hopefully, starting from now, get top 4 every year and hopefully build something to then challenge for the title again, and then move on to challenging for the Champions League. That's what our ambitions are. Holding cannot be anywhere near us if that's the case. Let's move on. I'm more annoyed about this thing. 20 minutes in, every single one of our players, every single one of them, not just Holding, Gabriel, Partey, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, all the star boys, all the amazing plays that have made this season so great, all of them switched off. It was a feeling of arrogance. Did they think that the game was done? 2-0 up, we're playing great football, we're destroying West Ham. Did they think, yep, we've won this game? Because that's what it looked like. It looked like the whole team was completely arrogant and we all just switched off and went in cruise control, which is just stupid. The thing is with West Ham, even if it was 5-0, they were never going to switch off. Why? Because they have to get points on the board. West Ham are in a position fighting for relegation. Okay, the table right here, look. They're 15th, for goodness sake. 31 points. They must get points on the board, so they cannot afford to quit, to down tools, to give up. They were never going to give up at 2-0 or 5-0. But we seemingly thought that they would, and we went in cruise control and thought we could take this 2-0 and win it. We allow West Ham to grow into the game, to be more confident. We rile up the crowd, in which then, the crowd sees the potential and they get riled up. They get a penalty, they score. We get lucky. We were still, after the second half, not good enough, and we get a penalty. A bit of fortune. It's unfortunate from Antonio. It is a penalty, but it's unfortunate for him. I feel bad for him. We get a bit of fortune there. We then miss the penalty, which, my quick note on that, ever since Saka missed that penalty against against Italy in the Euro final, Saka has been a cold-blooded killer in the spot since then. He's been awesome. Every time he goes up to take a penalty, I always think he's going to score. And I couldn't believe he missed. He missed the goal completely, by the way. It was a dreadful miss, and it just spelled what it was for the rest of the night. It was just not going to be a good day. Everyone just switched off. After the penalty, a goal from Jared Bowen, who I've got to say, holding, and I think holding is the main issue. This happens every now and then when there's a corner or a free kick and you cross it in, and it's cleared, but it's cleared to the number 6 guy that's waiting at the the guy that's far back just in case there's a counter attack. It goes straight to him and he just kicks it up in the air, kicks it back in the box, and just hopes for the best. And in this case, the best was the very best, a goal. Poor defending from us, switched off, and that's essentially the game. The rest of the game is just cruise control once again. We never seemed to switch it on. I thought Odegaard began to come alive, but not good enough. I personally did not like the substitution for Mateta to take off Jesus. I thought, look, if there's an issue with health, okay, I understand completely, but I thought Jesus was very dangerous, and I would have kept him on. And in fact, I would have taken off, and I can't believe I'm saying this, the star boy. I would have brought on Trossard for Saka. And then later in the 85th minute, if Jesus still wasn't cutting it, then bring on Nketiah for Jesus. I thought bring on Jorginho for Partey was the right decision. Let's talk about Partey right now real quick. That the penalty that was given, Partey loses the ball to Rice, and he thinks it's a handball, and he puts his hand up and asks for the handball instead of going after Rice straight away, and that extremely aggravated me. I don't understand why these players, you know that referees, especially in this day and age, are not very good. More often than they should, they will get the decision wrong. So why are you stop playing because you're so convinced that it's foul? Why? Why are you so convinced? Has your entire experience of referees getting so many decisions wrong not been enough to show that until the whistle is blown, you should keep playing? So Partey made the mistake in losing the ball. Firstly, he's got to clear out straight away. He's got to be aware of Rice, and secondly, he's got to go after him. So that's my thoughts on the game in general, just terrible from Arsenal. And here's my thoughts on the title race. After Anfield, when we dropped our 2-0 win to 2-2, I said that I now believe City have a 60% chance of winning the title. I now currently sit at 80% chance of winning the title for City. Because here's the thing. Arsenal now dropping points. Look, Arsenal's fixtures. Let's look. First, this is the table real quick. They are 4 points clear with a game in hand, but they play at the Etihad. Therefore, the title is still in Arsenal's hands, but it's also in Manchester City's hands. Okay? Let's look at the fixtures real quick. Arsenal here. Southampton away, Southampton home, City away, Chelsea home, Newcastle away, Brighton home, Nottingham away, and Wolverhampton home. See, here's the thing. Normally, before these past 2 games, you'd think, okay, this is a win. This is a win right here. Chelsea, Brighton's a win with home. This is a win for us. Wolverhampton's a win. Yeah, we all we have to worry about is City and is Newcastle. No, after West Ham, dropping points is now on the table for every single game left. I am not 100% sure that we won't drop points in at least 2 of the other games apart from City and Newcastle. I'm not 100% confident anymore, and that sucks. Now let's look at City's remaining fixtures. We all know that they are playing us. They are playing us, and they have that's FA Cup. Sorry, they are playing Brighton away, that's a big one. We're hoping they can take points from that. That's good for Arsenal. Of course, they're playing Arsenal as well. They're playing Fulham away, West Ham home, Leeds home, Everton away, Chelsea home, Brentford away. So a possible speck of hope is that West Ham are fighting for relegation. Brighton away are a fantastic team. Fulham are decent. And of course, Everton are fighting for relegation. And of course, they have the Champions League and the FA Cup, so they have more games. There's that hope that maybe that can hold them back. But I'm going to say this right now. The reason why I give 80% chance for City is because I believe Arsenal need to win at the Etihad, and that's not going to happen. Because here's the thing with City. Look, Arsenal can win at the Etihad. If they play it at their best, they can. But with City, what I've been watching from them for the past 2 months, not only have they reverted to being at the level they were last season, I believe they've exceeded that level. They are better now than they ever were last season. Okay? We've all been waiting for them to just snap their fingers and to turn it on. And they've done that. They've snapped the switch, and they are the City of last season before, winning titles every year. That is who they are now. They are once again that team. And I think Arsenal are just simply not ready. Not really ready for this storm that's going to come our way. Because once again, we should be very clear, this is a very young team. For 31 games, we have been doing what feels like the impossible. Fighting. It feels like a David versus Goliath, essentially. You know, David being Arsenal. And I know that in that story, David wins. But in real life, most of the time, David loses. Goliath always wins in real life, in general. And I just think that's where we are. Once again, I will say though, Arsenal have it in them. We can beat them at the Etihad. We can go on another flawless run and win all our games there. It pains me to say this, I don't think that will happen. So that's my thoughts, guys, on the game, on the title race from now on. Please let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that... What's your percentage chances here? Like I said, I'm giving it 80% City, 20% Arsenal. I have to put where my bias... Look, my heart is screaming Arsenal, but I made this channel to be as unbiased as possible. I don't want to be one of those biased content creators that we see all over YouTube. I do believe City will win this league. I believe they are the better team, and they've clicked when they've needed to click, and Arsenal have started to stumble, and it's very unfortunate because this project that Arteta is making, Arsenal are ahead of schedule here. So look, we'll talk about more about this in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Please, if you enjoyed, please subscribe for more, and please, of course, always take care of yourselves and have a great day.